One of the most frequently asked questions that I get is about after hours at Walt Disney World. I'm going to be testing out all of my theories. We're here at Magic Kingdom's after hours. It is just before 7 o'clock. It starts at 7 o'clock. It runs until 1 a.m. That's the 7 o'clock is the time that you can get in. But technically the park doesn't close to non-after hours guests until 10 p.m. So the event itself is from 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. But with your after hours ticket, you can get in starting at 7. So we're going to be going to check in. One of my favorite benefits of after hours is that you get to watch Happily Ever After with the regular guests that are already in the park at 8 o'clock. And then you also get Enchantment at 11 p.m. during the after hours event. That's going to be limited to after hours guests. So we're going to see how much we can get done in this after hours period. Again, so from 7 to 10 p.m., regular guests with tickets are going to be able to be in the parks. So the actual after hours crowd will not start until about 10 p.m. So we'll see. Let's see how much we can get done. Main Street is already getting really crowded. It's 7 o'clock and people are starting to gather around for Happily Ever After spots. So my goal is to check in for after hours and then grab a spot for the fireworks as quickly as I can and kind of hang out and camp in that area because I want to make sure we have a good spot for Happily Ever After. So I do have a little bit of an advantage because I can already be back here. It is currently 6:58. I can already be back here by Tomorrowland because I have an annual pass, so I was able to come into the park a little bit earlier. I'll show you the crowd, which was absolutely massive to get into Magic Kingdom. You can avoid that if you have a ticket with Park Hopper or you have a ticket to Magic Kingdom during the day so that you're not dealing with that crowd to get in at the front gate. But otherwise, you're going to want to make sure you try and get in a little early because that crowd is pretty thick to get in, and you're going to have to get into the park and then come all the way back to check in. I'm here for after hours.
Okay, you can enter right there.
Can I have one of those?
Yes,
Thank you.
And they all lived happily ever after. So it's 8:24. We just finished Happily Ever After and now going over to ride Tiana's because unfortunately Tiana's is not included in the after hours. So we have to make sure we ride Tiana's before 10 p.m. I don't have a lightning lane, don't have multi-pass. Right now it says that the line is 20 minutes, but there's like a lot of people walking in the direction of Frontierland, and that's the only ride available back there because right now Big Thunder Mountain's closed. So I'm guessing a lot of people are going that way, but we're gonna go and just wait because I want to make sure that we get that ride done. I love it, and we want to make sure that we ride it before it closes at 10 o'clock. So we're at 9:13 and we just got off of Tiana's Bayou Adventure, rode front row, absolutely soaked, the wettest I've ever been on that ride without question, but a blast. And now we're gonna head over to Haunted Mansion. I think the wait's like 20 minutes, so we're gonna do that one next, and we'll see where the night takes us. We got to be back for Enchantment at 11, and again, after hours doesn't really start until 10 technically. Now 9:47 and we just got off from Haunted Mansion, and after hours is just now getting ready to start. So we've got a really good start to the evening. We did Happily Ever After, we got Haunted Mansion done, we got Tiana's Bayou Adventure done. I'm gonna head over towards Pirates and Jungle Cruise, and then we're gonna see Enchantment at 11. One of the coolest things about doing the after hour stuff is that you also get water, Powerade, soda, popcorn, ice cream bars, all included with your admission. So you get a lot of that stuff for free, and you can get it as much as you want throughout the parks. But it doesn't start again until it doesn't start until the event actually starts at 10 o'clock. So I can't get it right now, but all the stations are out and ready to go. So I just got off Pirates. It's 10:06, so that means after hours technically just started. I'm gonna try and go get a water and head over to the People Mover because Tron is like 105 minutes. Jungle Cruise is still 20 because they're still getting through people that were still left over. So I don't want to jump in at line for any of those and miss Enchantment. So I'll probably go do the People Mover or something with a really short line, get some water, and we'll go from there. I gotta tell you, I just picked up a ice cream sandwich and a water, and I'm really starting to think that this after hours is a lot more worth it than any of the others. And it certainly feels like the park is basically empty. We'll see how the wait times are for like Tron and Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, like the really popular rides. But
I can already tell like there's just more to do here than there was at Hollywood Studios. And so for $189, when you get the 2 nighttime shows, because you get to come in for Happily Ever After and you get Enchantment, I feel like you get a lot more value for your money. And one of the main reasons that I wanted to do this is for Enchantment. It's such a great nighttime show. It's not necessarily like better than Happily Ever After in my opinion. But it's so good and it's so like nostalgic to me. It was, I believe it was the first show that I saw with my daughter once after she was born when we brought her to Disney. So I really love it. And I'm starting to feel like this is a really, really great event that could be worth every penny, but we'll see how it goes by the end of the night. So the wait time for Tron is already down to 25 minutes and it's only 10:18, so I'm really thinking that this event is going to be worth the money by the end of it, but we'll see. So I'm not like judging it fully yet. I'm heading over to ride the People Mover, and my favorite ride, as you can tell from the hat, it is 10:19. We're gonna go take a lap around Tomorrowland, and then we're gonna check out Enchantment, and we'll reserve judgment on what we think of the event overall. But right now, for $189, I think you could very easily, even with a family, you could ride the majority of rides at Magic Kingdom during this event and not have to wait in many, if any, lines at all. The biggest factor there, like as a dad of 3, is that I just don't know that you can bring young kids out this late. Like my kids are probably not going to be able to make it until 1 a.m. or midnight or whatever. We've done midnight for the Halloween party, but I feel like that's just it's a different event. I think you have to really judge whether or not your kids are going to be able to handle staying out for an event that basically starts at 10 p.m. And if they can, I think that you can accomplish a lot as a family, even with little kids, because I'm not like rushing between anything. I'm not really doing a ton of planning. I'm just kind of looking to see what's available and what I feel like doing and going there. The only thing that I've planned is to make sure that I rode Tiana's before 10 p.m. because it's not available during the event. So that's my thoughts.
Yesterday, Disneyland and the New York World Fair. Tomorrow, a project so vast it has already been called a whole new Disney World.
So the Enchantment was incredible, and as soon as it ended, it looked like the lines for Tron spiked to like 40 minutes, and I could see that there was a lot of people that were going over that way. Right now, the princess characters are still about 10 minutes each, and Seven Dwarfs Mine Train is only 20 minutes, so I'm gonna head that way and see if I can either meet some characters or do Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. There, like I said, I didn't really like make a plan. I just wanted to kind of get as much as I can done, but also just kind of follow what's reasonable and what seems to make the most sense at the time and go with the flow.
So it's 11:52. I met Princess Aurora, Princess Cinderella, and I started to walk towards Tron even though the line is like 40 minutes. And I saw that Space Mountain was 5 minutes, and I did it, and I like immediately regret it. Every time I ride that ride, it's like getting in like a car accident over and over and over again. Like, I don't know if I'm too old for it or my body just can't handle it anymore. But my goodness, that ride is like, it's so brutal on your body. Like, I feel all my bones cracking the entire time. I just can't do it. But it was 5 minutes, so now I regret it. Finished Tron, 12:25, and I think I'm pretty close to calling it a night. The event ends at 1. I've been up since 2:30 in the morning, and I'm just like zapped. 12:32, I'm calling it a night. Thanks for coming along with me. I hope you guys had a blast. I can't wait to share more about my review and my thoughts and my tips and everything else. But overall, I would absolutely do this again. And I had a lot of fun with it.